Hi, in today's lesson we are going to study the slice backhand ground stroke. The grip I recommend for the slice backhand is continental or hammer. How do you get it? By placing the V of your hand made by the index and the thumb on the edge of your racket and slide it down towards the bottom of the grip. You hold the racket as you could hammer a nail with the edge of it. So use continental, or also called hammer grip, for the slice backhand ground stroke. The preparation for the slice backhand. As you see the ball coming at a split step and then step out, loading the weight onto the outside foot. In my case is my left foot. You notice that my shoulders turn sideways, and let's make sure we understand this. The racket doesn't go back because you bring it back with your hands. Instead, the racket goes back as a result of your shoulders turning. So you set up with the racket back by turning the shoulders. The preparation for the slice backhand is with your racket higher than the line of your shoulders. You notice that I don't hold my racket here. I want to bring it higher than my shoulders. I also want to remind of that I'm going to keep my 90-degree angle between the forearm and the racket, and I have a continental grip. The neck of my racket is cradled by my left hand. The non-dominant elbow is pointing towards the back fence, and also my dominant elbow kind of pointing towards the incoming ball. Again, my weight is loaded on the outside foot. I have my racket set above the shoulders. Strings, I would say, about 45 degrees angled above, angled towards the sky. The contact for the slice backhand ground stroke. So from the loaded phase, when the weight is on the outside foot, I have my racket set above the line of my shoulders. I have continental grip. From here, after the ball bounces, I want to step into it and start moving my weight forward. As I come down, I want you to notice this. As I come down with my racket to meet the ball, my back foot is going to slide behind me, all right? And I do that for the following reasons. First, to keep my body sideways, and second one, it helps me with balance. Another element that helps me with keeping my body sideways and balance is, as I bring my racket down to meet the ball, you notice that my left hand or left arm moves in the opposite direction than my dominant arm. Okay, I call this spreading your wings. So again, I'm stepping out. As the ball bounces, I want to step into the ball, bring my racket from high to low to meet the ball. And as I do that, my back foot slides behind me and hands move away from each other to help me with the balance and staying sideways. Towards the contact, and through the contact, I want to keep the 90-degree angle between the forearm and the racket, and also keep your head down and still. The contact with the ball should be down, as I said earlier, from high to low, and with the racket face slightly open, because we want, with this downward motion, to create the underspin, or also slice. All right? So step out, get the racket set, step into the ball, transfer your weight forward, and as the racket comes down, slide your back foot behind you, make contact with the ball out in front of you in a downward motion. The finish for the slice backhand ground stroke. So let's do a quick review. As you see the ball coming, split step, step out, and load the weight on the outside foot. You take the racket back by turning the shoulder sideways. Set the strings higher than the line of your shoulders. You have continental grip in 90-degree angle between the forearm and the racket. Strings slightly open. Left hand cradles or non-dominant hand cradles the neck of your racket. After the ball bounces, you want to step in and start transferring your weight forward onto the inside foot towards the contact. Bring your racket down and separate the hands, moving away from each other. In the same time, your back foot slides behind you to keep your body in balance and sideways. At contact, you want the racket to brush the ball as like from 11 towards 5 o'clock if the ball was the face of a clock. And after contact, make sure you keep your head down, body in balance and sideways, and the racket moves across and in front of your body, maintaining the 90-degree angle between the forearm and my racket. Now, I really want to mention this, that sometimes people consider that they have to swing through the ball and forward, but that means you're going to be pushing your racket through the ball. My recommendation is that you should brush the ball down and finish with the racket across, because in this way you pull your racket down, which gives you more power than pushing it. All right? So make sure you understand the concept of pulling your racket, which gives you more power, pull it down and across instead of pushing forward. So follow those guidelines, and I think you're going to have a pretty solid and powerful slice backhand ground stroke. Within the next few minutes, I would like to show you a few ways to learn or practice the slice backhand ground stroke. In the beginning, I would like you to position yourself behind the service line, turn sideways, hold the racket with the continental grip, and maintain the 90-degree angle between the forearm and your racket. Cradle the neck of your racket with your non-dominant hand, and strings should be higher than the line of your shoulders. Keep it simple for the first few exercises. I'm going to set the ball machine a few seconds to feed me balls, and as I see the first ball coming, I want to have a short backswing, and as my racket goes down to meet the ball in a high to low motion, I would like you to just focus on the following two things. Hands moving away from each other in the same time with your back foot sliding behind you. So keep it simple. As you see the ball coming, just go high to low, separating the hands and sliding the back foot behind you. Short backswing and short follow through. So here we go. So I have the ball machine set. Like I said, turn sideways, continental grip ready. And you see I'm coming from high to low. In the same time, my hands separate, like spreading my wings, and the back foot slides behind me. Imagine you have a string attached to the racket and the back foot, and they move pretty much in the same time. So as my racket moves forward, the back foot slides behind me in the same time. So watch this. Okay, so high to low, and separate the hands. The back foot slides behind you. Again, this is for keeping your body sideways and in balance. To stay sideways is important when hitting a slice backhand. So practice this in the beginning. I would say 10, 15, 20 times, whatever it takes to feel comfortable with spreading your wings, like moving your hands and sliding the back foot, and also keeping your body sideways. In the beginning, you're going to have a tendency to turn around. Resist that and keep your body sideways by separating the hands and sliding the back foot. All right, so right now I treat it like a drop shot. So you notice that I'm just pushing it. And after a while, you want to add a little bit more power by taking your racket further back and doing a bigger swing. See? So high to low and across your body, right? Across and in front. So high to low and across. So bigger backswing, and let your body lean forward as you slide your back foot. Okay? So high to low and slide your back foot. All right, so after a while, after you feel comfortable, keep your body sideways, you might want to add some basic footwork. So from ready position, you're going to step out, load the outside foot, and then step in. All right, so split step, step out, step in, and slide. You see how I lean forward? I want to get some power from putting my weight into my shot. Split, step out, step in, and slide. See my hands separate, and my back foot slides behind me. Keeping my body sideways, very important. Step out, step in, and slide. Step out, step in, and high to low. Transfer weight forward. You see how I finish? With my weight moving into the shot. All right, so after a few repetitions, you want to move further back and practice moving forward, stepping out, stepping in, and sliding your back foot as you swing through the board. So I'm going to move further back, step in. That's it. You notice that I always set my outside foot behind the board, and then I come forward by transferring my weight into the shot. So I'm forward, I'm coming forward, step out, step in, there you go. Come forward, step out, step in, there. Step out, step in, good. So pay attention how I set my outside foot behind the path of the ball, then I come with my weight by stepping into the ball. See right here, come forward, step out, step in, slide. One more time. Step out, step in. Good. All right, so practice that. You're going to love it.